Hey guys, welcome back to Mia's Life. Today I have...
Hi, Darren, Dad.
Darren, my dad, and I'm going to be asking him some awkward questions. But guys, I've got a super exciting announcement. My colouring book, All Things Mia Fizz, is now out. Oh my goodness me, and it's actually already a bestseller. It was a bestseller before it even come out, and my second book, Awkward to Awesome, as you can see in the background, was also a bestseller. So I actually couldn't believe it. I now have
Amazing.
2 Amazon best-selling books. What is life?
Amazing.
It's insane.
So good.
Anyways, let's go on to the questions.
Okay.
We've actually done this before, but I've chosen even more juicy questions this time.
Okay,
So-
conveniently, it's absolutely boiling in here as well with the sun coming in, so it's going to look like I'm really sweating at these uncomfortable questions.
Yeah. Okay. How was your first kiss? Was it super uncomfortable?
Yeah, it was just awkward and just felt like I wanted to run away afterwards.
Okay, that sounds good. Is it okay to kiss them on the first date?
I don't know, to be honest, like I haven't been like done things properly, but if you do things properly, then no, I think obviously you should really get to know each other properly first.
Yeah, I guess like if you're friends with or not necessarily friends, like if you know someone before you go on a date, but if the date is the first time you've ever met them,
yeah,
or really ever like spoken to them, then
I feel
maybe that might be a bit weird.
even just the term dating, I feel like it's a bit more of like an American thing.
Yeah.
But you can't answer that for definite because
it all
yeah,
depends
alright,
on the
fair
situation.
enough. If like it's, I don't know, your work colleague or something, and like you really had a friendship for a long while, and then you decide you have so much in common, you want to be more than friends, then it's a bit different.
Yeah. Would Darren feel comfortable buying you sanitary products?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's just like buying anything, isn't it? It's just like buying toilet roll or nappies or something.
Yeah. How do men/boys try to impress girls?
Probably usually by just doing stupid things what girls are probably not impressed by. I don't know, when I was younger, it's not necessarily that you're thinking, I'm gonna come up with something which is impressive. I think it's just like, boys get carried away, will just do stupid things which they probably think is being impressive at the time, but then it's not.
I don't know, I feel like a boy would be more likely to, I feel like boys kind of tend to show off, whereas I don't know if girls really do that as much as boys do.
Not really, no. But boys just show off in front of each other as well, though.
Yeah, so it's not really about in front of girls or not.
Yeah, not necessarily.
If you saw Georgie or Mia leaking, what would you do? Like it leaking on a period?
I mean, if Georgie, I would say it to her, and if it was I mean, I just can't see the situation arising, but if it was Mia, I would say it to Mum, and then I would get Mum to say it to you, because yeah, buying sanitary towels is not embarrassing, but that one, I don't know, it's just a bit embarrassing for you maybe, or maybe it's embarrassing for me, and I'm projecting and saying it's embarrassing for you, I don't know, but whatever, I'd say it to Mum, and then Mum would speak to you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you like piercings and tattoos?
Yeah.
I think they mean like on me.
Oh, right. No. that one seemed changed.
It just says...
I mean, yeah, basically I love piercings and tattoos. I think it's really cool, like, expression, but at the same time, I'm really aware of their permanence. So I have no piercings and no tattoos. I'm literally just like completely plain, and probably always will be as well, because I always thought like, oh, one day I'm gonna get like the perfect tattoo and it's gonna take me years, and then I'll know that I'm definitely settled on it and I'll be happy with it when I'm like 90, and I'll still, you know, look down and be like, yeah, I'm really proud of that. But now I've got to the point where I'm like, nah, you don't, there isn't anything where you'd, I don't know, where I feel like I'd still like it when I'm 90.
Yeah. I don't know about tattoos, but I do have piercings. Tattoos are just a big deal. I feel like they're more of a big deal than piercings.
Yeah, I guess piercings can
it depends on the piercing though.
Yeah, exactly. If you start putting spacers in your ear, then once you get to a certain size, it's not ever going to close up, is it? What
age will you let Mia start drinking alcohol? Obviously not illegally. Not in that illegal age.
I don't reckon Mia's going to drink alcohol.
No, I don't really feel like I would want to do that.
But otherwise, in terms of like when we'll, like I let her, it's not up to me, is it? It's obviously, there's number one, there's like laws, and then once she is that age, then it's up to her. But I don't think it's a good way of doing things, of like telling someone not to do something. I think it's better to try and have a conversation and explain like what your opinions on it and why it might not be a good idea.
Yeah, so you're not gonna say,
Mia, you're not allowed to drink alcohol till you're 25.
And then like not say why I wouldn't be able to.
You probably will drink alcohol at some sort of event or something, and
but
then
not like regularly.
And then you might realise you just don't like it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think people think drinking's cool anymore. When I was younger, it was like people didn't have respect for themselves, but I think nowadays people have more respect for their health. And they want to feel like on top form all the time.
Yeah. What do you think having a period is like?
I don't want to be offensive, but like, I think it's probably well gross. I'm glad I don't have them.
Yeah, it is awkward and it can be a big stress on your body because obviously you are losing a lot of your body's resources, and then also it can feel like you're wetting yourself sometimes. So it doesn't. Horrible. It's not. Yeah, I mean it depends. It depends on every girl has a different experience with it. What would he do if you got a boyfriend who was older than you? Like now, because obviously when I'm an adult then
it depends how old. I think maturity varies a lot when you're a teenager, and I don't think anything more than like a year or so is just, I don't know, I just don't think you're on the same level from a maturity standpoint.
Yeah.
So I would probably get mum to speak to you about it again. I'm just gonna bottle it and always just speak to mum and then mum will speak to you, but I think we would advise you against it because I don't feel like it would be even in terms of maturity levels.
Yeah, so you'd probably rather that I had a boyfriend that was like
your age.
My age.
Yeah.
If Mia had a boyfriend that came for dinner and he wasn't vegan, what would you do? This one's really fun.
I'd sit him down, I'd give him the vegan speech. I'd probably have to have all of the like boring conversations about explaining where protein comes from, because he'd be like, don't you like not get any protein though, blah blah blah. I don't know if people ask questions like that nowadays, to be honest, actually. I think everyone's aware that you can like eat vegan and still get protein, but what would I do? Nothing, just have a normal conversation, and then I'm sure we would all eat a vegan meal, because obviously like Georgie's preparing the food, so it would be vegan food. We're not going to suddenly like have a pig in the back garden ready for him or anything.
How old do you think a girl should start shaving at?
Whenever they need to or want to. I don't know, it's just like if you're wearing a top and you've got all armpit hair coming out of it, maybe you want to shave it off. If you don't care about it, then don't.
Yeah, it's
Some people from certain parts of the world actually don't. I'm not going to say which countries because I might get it wrong. There's like a rumour, women from a certain country in the world don't shave their armpits.
Yeah, well I think shaving armpits,
actually probably lots of
just
countries.
Like body hair in general, you don't have to remove it if you don't want to, so it's just up to you.
Yeah, I don't. Hairy armpits, mate.
Ask him, did you have a girlfriend in high school?
Yes. Casual, you know, sort of not serious relationships in high school. Not until after school, not until like late teens, when it was like anything what you consider to be serious, but then even then you look back on it and you're like, yeah, it wasn't.
Have you ever walked in on me in the bathroom?
No.
No, and I haven't ever walked in on you either.
I'm really like spatially aware, but when I met Georgie and obviously Mia, because I'd been an only child, I was just used to having my own space, and then I had to get used to them like standing on my feet and stuff like that. So I'm really aware of like where everyone is at all times.
Yeah, I think what it is Darren's really good at locking the door, and then he's also good at not coming in on me. Like he'll know if I'm in the bathroom.
Mum, on the other hand,
yeah, Mum
walks in on everyone, never knows where anyone is.
What boyfriend would you like Mia to have?
Someone polite, intelligent, respectful, got some sort of zest for life, you know, like some like interests and passions, and so you can have good conversations.
I mean, that wasn't like super specific, so yeah, that's good. When would he want you to have kids, ideally? Like an age range?
That's really tricky. It's really personal because like people have differences of opinions on it, don't they? Like personally, I feel that having children more in your mid-20s is good, so you're like young and the word I used previously, like full of zest for life, and like so you can have just fun sort of adventures with your kids as well, you know, like you can, I don't know, go rock climbing or stuff like that, whereas I feel like choosing a career, aka choosing money over a family, that doesn't resonate with me. I wouldn't want to wait until I'm, you know, in my 40s to have children, like because basically like if you have children in your 40s, they move out and you're in your 60s, so I just think it's nicer to have more life experiences.
Yeah, but then at the same time you do want to have that nice experience of getting to live your life without having a child, because for example my mum,
yeah,
she obviously had me when she was 16, so she never got to experience being an adult without having a child.
Yeah, so there's different ways of looking at it.
She had a child before she was an adult.
Yeah, and obviously some people feel for them it's more important for them to like have a big house and a car and a dog and, you know, all of that, like basically feel like
stability,
I feel like they've got their life perfect before they have children. But as far as I'm concerned, your life never feels like it's perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sidestepped the question. What age should you have children? Mid-20s.
Mid-20s, okay.
Mid-20s, I think, yeah.
So, I think
25, 26, 27.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm definitely gonna wait until I'm older. Yeah, around about like, maybe like late 20s, early 30s, that sort of age.
Yeah. Oh no.
What would you do if I got my nipple pierced?
Just think they're really stupid, and then probably
I would never
talk to mum about it and just say she's gonna like get an infection and stuff like that. I don't know, it just seems a bit.
How do you even wear like a t-shirt when you've got your nipples pierced? Like you'd always see it.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point. That's why people have it done. It's not like to cover it up, is it? It is for that.
Okay. Did you have a wife before Georgie?
No, I've never had a wife.
Do you think that Mia is old enough to have a boyfriend?
What it is, it's like you have your experience when you're growing up, but then once you're a parent, you want to impose on your children that they're not allowed to do things at the same age you did. So it's like, you know, you started having relationships in your like early teens, but then you're like, but you can't do it until your early 20s, you know. So I don't know, yeah, I guess so. It's all about maturity as well. Like, it's not necessarily, like, you know, as I was saying, like in teen years, I just think like, you know, a 15-year-old is very different to like a 19-year-old. So you have to, I guess you could have a friend who's a boy who's your age,
What age would you be happy for me to get a boyfriend? Like what age, I guess what this question is like, what age would you be like
serious
really,
relationship?
You'd be like, that's really good that you've got a relationship.
I guess after you move out, but like a couple of years after you move out, because I feel like if you moved out and then you got in a serious relationship, I think you would literally think that is your entire world and nothing else exists in the world other than that. What it is, you just don't go out looking for that type of thing. It presents itself, you know, like you meet someone and then whatever. I don't think anyone, well, unless they're really desperate, I don't think anyone actively goes out and is like, I need to find a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you know?
So maybe when I'm like 22, you'd be happy that I'd have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
it depends when I move out.
Late teens, early 20s, I think is a good time to like think about a relationship,
Do you disapprove of the way Mia dresses?
No. Not on the whole, no. There's sometimes, what it is, I think it's probably now I don't, but there has been outfits what she's bought where then I've had to say like, come on, this is like not your age, it's just not appropriate. So I reckon it's just like kids go through, you know, little phases and they want to buy different outfits or whatever. And
I definitely have been through a phase where I did feel like I wanted to grow up, and then maybe I wanted to grow up a bit too much, if you know what I mean. But now I feel like I kind of like,
but you and mum basically just talk clothes now anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
You were able to just like chat about it, so yeah, I think it was just a grown up thing.
When did you have your first girlfriend?
What, like serious girlfriend, or like, oh, hold hands and walk around the playground like 8 years old type thing, or?
Both?
Yeah, about 8 or something, I guess.
When it's that's just kind of like more pretend, you know, playing around.
And then, I don't know what I would define, late teens.
Yeah? Late
teens would be like anything what I thought was serious at the time,
Do you wish Mia was your real daughter?
Real? I mean, no. Just because it's like that, it's literally just a word, isn't it? Like, real daughter.
Yeah, I mean, I've known you since
almost been 10 years. It's almost been 10 years.
So
we've all been a family together, so.
I think of you as my dad, so it'd be weird. Like, it's just not that big a deal. What did you think of periods growing up?
I don't really think I was very aware of periods, to be honest.
Okay. So what about when you were like a teenager? Because surely you would have been aware then.
Yeah, I guess it's probably just like just a really immature thing, you know, like, I don't know, there'd be like a tampon on the floor at school and then all the boys like throw it at each other or something like that, you know.
Yeah. So more of just like, it was kind of just something like funny and like, I guess maybe you...
Didn't really give it any thought, no.
Yeah.
Didn't, just thought, like, it's disgusting, but didn't actually genuinely give it any thought of like, wow, man, like, girls have to go through
You didn't really, like, think about it?
No.
Okay, this is the last one. What would you do if I lost my V card before I was 18?
I would probably think that we'd failed as parents. I think we'd just be disappointed and we'd think that we'd like not given you, I don't know, like a good supportive foundation. Because I think like you just shouldn't make any decisions which you might regret. That doesn't mean like, I don't know, don't start a company when you're older or something. Like, you obviously have to take risks, but there's, you know, points where there's things where you have to think about whether you're gonna still feel proud of yourself afterwards. So I think we would probably be disappointed, but you know, I don't see that it's gonna happen. It's a bit like the drinking alcohol one.
Yeah.
But that was an uncomfortable question.
Anyways, that is all of the uncomfortable questions, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Also, Miacons, don't forget that my colouring book, All Things Mia Fizz, is now out. You can get it from the link in the description, or you can head over to shopmiaslife.com now. I'm honestly...
It's amazing. We're so proud of her.
I can't believe it.
You guys are gonna love it. Literally love it.
Anyways, Miacons, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Bye!